Hello, everyone. This is your math lesson for Wednesday, April 29th. And our goal for today says I can use shapes to create a map of my classroom. So today, like I said, you will be drawing a map of our classroom. But before we do that, we really need to know what is a map. Well, a map is a drawing that tells you about a place. And today, your map is going to tell me about our classroom. And why are maps important? Well, let's take a look at this little picture right here. These friends, it says that way, it's that way. Well, these friends need a map. Why do they need a map? Because they are lost. Maps are important and they help us because they show us where we are and where we need to go. Do you agree? Could these friends use a map right now? I think so. So maps are really cool because maps can show us things like the United States, which think about the United States. It is a very large country, but this map helps us see all of the United States in one place, and it helps us understand. In this particular case, it helps us understand where states are located. So right here, where you see my arrow, this yellow state, this is Indiana. So if we were using this map could tell us or show us how far Indiana is from California. So here's Indiana, here's California. They are very far away. So maps help us understand where things are. Even on a large scale, when you're talking about something as large as the United States, or even the world. Think of the globe. The globe is a map of Earth. So it can even go as big as Earth, guys. This map is showing us something much smaller than the United States. It's showing us a town. So in the town, we can see that they have a train. They have some animals here. I know it's kind of hard to see. A fountain. There's a fire truck, and here's a school bus. And then also on this map, you can see the roads. So maybe if you need to figure out how to get somewhere, this map, you could follow the roads on the map to help you get there. And then we can even make maps even smaller, and they can represent something as small as a room. And in this picture here, it's a bedroom. So we see the picture of the bed, and we see some rugs. We see a nightstand and a lamp, the chair, and this is a desk or a dresser or something, and then that looks like a stool. So maps can show us things that are very, very large, or they can show us things that aren't so large, like a bedroom. And today we're going to listen to a short story about how animals, how they see things and how that looks on a map. So let's watch the story.
As the Crow Flies, a first book of maps by Gail Hartman, illustrated by Harvey Stevenson. Published by Aladdin Paperbacks. As the eagle soars, from the mountains a stream flows through a meadow where a tall tree stands. The eagle's map. He sees mountains, streams, a meadow, and trees. As the rabbit hops, a path winds around a farmhouse, past the shed, to a garden where the sweet greens grow. The rabbit's map. He sees his house, the farmhouse, a shed, and the garden. As the crow flies, a road runs through fields, past the factory, to city streets lined with houses. The crow's map. He sees the fields, the factories, and the city. As the horse trots. In the city, past the hot dog stand and skyscrapers, there is a park where music and the sounds of children playing fill the air. The horse's map. He sees the hot dog stands, skyscrapers, and the park. As the gull glides beyond the fishing boats in the harbor near the red brick lighthouse, the ocean laps the shores of an island. The gull's map. He sees the lighthouse, the ocean, the harbor, and the island. When the moon shines, it shines on the shores of the island in the ocean. It shines on the park and the houses in the city. It shines on the garden near the farmhouse in the country, and on the tree in the meadow near the mountains that touch the sky. The big map.
All right, boys and girls, so that is the end of the story. I thought this was a great story for you to see, and maybe it would help you understand maps a little bit better. What I liked about this story was that as it talked about each animal and it explained what that animal saw as it flew through the air or as it hopped around during its day, all of the things that were mentioned were included on the map. So as we work on creating a map of our classroom, I want you to think about all of the things that you see when you enter our classroom. So now it's my turn to show you my map. I have at the top of your screen, you see a picture of the art room. This picture might look a little bit funny because it is a panoramic picture that I tried to take with my camera or with my phone, and it kind of turned out a little bit weird, but it's going to do what we need it to do today. So take a look at my video of me creating a map of the art room. Okay, boys and girls, so now it is my turn, and today I'm going to be drawing a map of the art room. So right above the video, you can see the picture of the art room. I was able to go to school today and get some stuff ready for you guys to pick up this week. And while I was there, I snuck in the art room and I took a picture so that I could use it to make my map today. So there's my picture. And so what I need to do is, I'll put this up just a little bit. Okay, so I have my piece of paper. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the outside of the room. So this room is shaped like a square or a rectangle. So that's what I'm going to draw here. Just a man. Okay. We know I'm not a good artist, everyone. Whoop. But I'm going to try my best to make this look good. All right. So as I'm going through and I'm drawing all of these, making the map of the art room, what I need to remember while I'm doing this is I just need to make shapes to represent what it is I'm drawing. So, for example, for the tables, think about the shape of the tables. It is a rectangle. Think about the shapes of the window. Another rectangle. We have lots of rectangles and squares in our classrooms. So all we're doing is using the shapes to represent the big things in the room that we want to show on our map. So that's what I've done with the room. I've started with the shape of a rectangle. All right, so as I move forward, I'm thinking the first thing I want to draw is the door, because of course you need to know how to get in the room. So I'm just going to draw a small rectangle for my door. And on my map, I'm going to be labeling everything. That is something you can do, or you don't have to. I'm doing that just so that it helps you when you're watching this understand what all the shapes are. So it's up to you. So as I walk in the door of the art room, one of the very first things I see all the way back here, because it's one of the biggest things in the room, is the window. So I'm going to draw a very small, a thin, long rectangle for the window. Okay, so something else I see as soon as I walk in the door is over here on this wall. and that is the smartboard. All right, so take a look at the picture on your screen. You can see the smartboard there on the very, very left. And then if I want to draw the rug, where would the rug go in relation to the smartboard? Look at the picture and think about, where would I draw that on my map? Would I draw it over here in front of the window? I would not, because if I look at the picture, the rug is not anywhere close to the window. So if I look at the picture, I see the rug is right in front of the smartboard. Not a very straight rectangle, but this is my rug. And then just beyond the rug, if I look at the picture, I see the teacher's desk. So I'm going to use a rectangle to represent the desk. Okay, so I have a lot of important things so far. I have where we're coming in, the rug, smartboard, desk, window. Something else I want to include are where the students sit, where you guys sit during class. So those tables, if I look at the picture, are in the shape of rectangles. So I'm going to draw rectangles to represent the tables. And there's one kind of on each side of the room. And really my rug kind of goes here, but you know, we're doing our best here. So this is a table, table, table. All right, and something else important that we only see, actually, no. Something else important that you use often in the art room, but we actually have them in all the classrooms, is the sink. So I'm going to write sink here because that's about where it's at. Okay, anything else? I'm looking at my picture. I'm looking at my drawing. I think I've pretty much have all the important things that I wanted to include. So something else that I'm asking you to do in your drawing of our classroom is to mark on the map where you sit. So for art class, if you sit right by the window, then you just put a little X or something there. So when you do it for our classroom, I would like for you to include the tables if you can, and then show me where you sit. All right, boys and girls, so this is my drawing of my of the art room. It's a beautiful map. I cannot wait to see yours. All right. Okay, so the picture does not match the map exactly, because like I said, the more I look at this picture as I'm recording this video, the more I don't really match up with the map because of the type of picture I took. So maybe just use your memory when you're thinking of what the art room looks like, because this picture here is not quite correct. So please forgive me for that. Hopefully the classroom picture looks better. Let's see. All right, so now it's your turn. It says use shapes to draw a map of our classroom. Show me where your table is. So I included some ideas of things that you might want to include. These are not things that you have to include. You do not. Please do not include all of these things. Pick four or five of them and make sure they are in your map. So the doors, we have 2 doors that we can use coming in and out. Windows, the smartboard, the tables. The tables are definitely something, at least your table, I would like to see in the map. And I would like for you to maybe circle it or star where you sit. You could include my desk or Mrs. Feltman's desk, the rug, cubbies, the word wall, the bathroom, the sink or the water fountain, the light switch, or the calendar or the whiteboard. Those are all great things that you can include. So here is a picture of our room. This top picture is kind of weird because it's the pano picture, just like the art room. I tried to take, I wanted to get as much of the room in the picture as I can. So this isn't quite as bad as the art class or the art room picture, but use this if you'd like. Here's another picture from our first door, and then here's the back half of our room. So I'm pretty sure that you guys remember our room fairly well. I would hope so. So what I want you to do is do your very best in drawing that map and showing me what you remember about our classroom. So please just try your best. That's all I'm looking for, and I look forward to seeing all of your great creations. Thank you, everybody.